break even. It held, so I re-shorted, got an R, stopped out, held, re-shorted, R, stopped out, held, re-shorted, R, stepped out. This is why we short R3 on choppier or range days, because at least you're at the top, shorting towards the bottom. It tends to help you out a little bit, but as you can see, I kind of got fed up with it. Hey everybody, how's it going? Thor Young. I'm a moderator at Bear Bull Traders, and I'm joined by my compadre Brian Pesum, the prophet of profit. We were trading for our liege Andrew this morning, so I thought I'd do a little recap for you, show you what we hit in the room. Kind of a challenging day in the room, lots of chop out there as the market is indecisive right now. Even with home numbers and some other stuff coming in, we really didn't get much of a move, so we'll talk a little bit about that. How was your day, Brian? How did things go for you so far?
It was not a super great day. We've just it's been such a choppy morning with the indexes, Qs, and the SPY. You know, it's like you said, it's just been where the market's kind of in an indecision mode at this point. So yeah, it was definitely a more difficult market to trade today. Yesterday was better, but you know, that's the way it is. Some days are good, and some days you miss some good moves.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I know we were spotting a lot
trades.
of that in the room, huh? We were saying this morning, hey, expect chop today, because it was looking that way this morning.
Yeah. So I did my overnight trade, the SARC, the anti-Cathie Wood ETF, did pretty well, has been doing pretty well today. It's been down, so overall, yeah, I traded Wolf at the open. Wolf we really just started to move, just really squeezed right from the open, so sort of got that through 110. Sold it at 111, 111.50, and then it started to pull back, so I just got out of the rest around 111. So overall, that was probably my best trade. I tried to short Cisco with you at the VWAP, didn't really work that well, but yeah. So, and I did a quick trade on Tesla, worked out okay, but now Tesla's coming back as well with the market. So.
For sure. Well, I definitely think you were
yourself?
dialed in really well on Wolf. I mean, it still has over 1,700% RVOL. So, I mean, obviously massively in play. So, great grab there. And yeah, Cisco is one of those, like, you know, left a little room. You know, I really liked in the daily that we had a nice gap. I was kind of hoping for a gap fill, and we were opening, you know, high in the range under. For those of you who use Camarilla pivots like I do, you'll recognize that R3 is kind of what we would look at as a selling range. So we're not really a long here. So I was kind of hoping for a good sell on Cisco. And as you'll see from my, hold on, let me get loaded up here. You'll see from my trades that basically at the open we squeezed. And then as we came back down, we had this large order sitting at 50 that it just refused to go fill. So it ran for it and didn't have enough volume as it pushed. The volume came in as it sold. So I shorted, got a couple of R to the downside, and then stopped out at break even. It held, so I re-shorted, got an R, stopped out, held, re-shorted, R, stopped out, held, re-shorted, R, stepped out. This is why we short R3 on choppier or range days, because at least you're at the top, shorting towards the bottom. It tends to help you out a little bit, but as you can see, I kind of got fed up with it after time. Although sitting, you know, pretty around 4R total on this, it was a lot of work, and I feel pretty exhausted from trying to short this thing over and over again, to be honest. So I didn't get back in it when it held again. Probably now that I'm not in it, it'll eventually sell off the whole day, but I want to see it come out, and these large orders at 50 are still lingering here, so I'm not going to go into this one again unless it comes up here and gets these orders. So I took a small loss on LI. It hit S4, got called by the pivot bot, and then threw indecision. So I went short at the break, gave it a new high, and I got almost to a partial, just shy, and then it squeezed. I went out at break even. Actually, a little bit of a loss on that one because of some slippage. This spike happened like really fast, so I took a little slippage there, lost almost half an R on this, or no, sorry, not half an hour, about a quarter R on the slippage. And then I got Walmart, which really hooked it up. So Walmart was our sleeper of the day, the one we've been watching, because Walmart on its daily chart has been failing its breakout over and over and over again. So R4 being a breakout level that we're expecting it to go out. So the fact that it had big volume there, got stuff not once but twice. Today I was looking to see if it picked up any volume to the top side, which it didn't. So another pivot play, when it couldn't go through the central pivot here and it held underneath it, I decided it was time to go short. Went ahead and got into that one up here using the central pivot. Got some nice partials on that one, up about 4R now on Walmart. So, and just kind of holding out to see if we get into a trend and if we actually can sell this thing off, which might take all day if it even happens. It might not even happen. So, but anyway, those are my trades for the day. 3 tickers, technically 1 loser, and a few winners. So working out pretty good. So yeah, for everyone who's out there in the room, YouTube, everyone out there, Brian and I both kind of alluded to the fact that we were expecting chop today. Really, really important part of trading the stock market is recognizing days when the market will underperform for you, because most traders lose a lot of money on days when the market's not performing like this, because you're trying to buy the low, but it's constantly making slightly newer lows. It just never get into a good spot. So these are the days to really sit back, be patient, listen to your coaches or your mentors when they're talking about making sure to keep things lined up. Make sure you're looking for range plays, plays that get you near the bottom, get you out near the top, and those kind of things. So I hope everyone had a great trading day today out there in YouTube land. If you did, please throw us a like, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. You know how it works. And as always, Brian, good
Right.
sir, pleasure trading with you, brother.
Yeah, good to trade with you. Thanks. And yeah, and just we are doing a meetup in LA. So looking forward to seeing all the traders this weekend. It'll be a bit of a seminar, and then some socialization after. So
I'm
if you're
really
gonna come
excited to
that,
hear about that we're going to be bringing
yeah,
some more of the in-person stuff. One more step that BBT is making to bring the community to the community. You know what I mean? I'm really stoked about that. I'm not going to be in LA. I wish I was going to be there. A little jealous, just saying. But we're going to try and do a similar one out in Florida maybe towards the end of the year. But for now, if you've got an opportunity, get over there for a couple of reasons. One, make Andrew feel good, show up, support, all of that good stuff. Number 2, these opportunities, if you show up, if you bring them support, will generate better and newer opportunities, right? If you guys show up, we're excited, we see that there's demand for it, we're going to do it more often. So if you want it to happen more often, make sure you show up now. I'll talk to everyone later. As always, y'all, keep it green.
all right. Cheers.